Happy Sunday. We are doing so much better. Still sounding a little ugh, but you know,
Considering all things.
Yes. Hey, your lighting is awesome. I like this new camera position.
Excuse me. We're still doing that, but it's productive coffee.
In case you wanted to know. How is everybody? We had a really awesome hop yesterday. I mean, good stuff. Way to end the year. Let me know when you're ready to introduce yourself. This is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together
We are
PM
Artist
Artist
Studio.
Studio.
Okay, I'm a little raffled.
Yeah, we
because
got up late.
I slept in. I was sleeping really, really good. First time in
days, weeks,
many nights.
Yes.
And Mariah came and said, and I said, what day is today?
No, you said, what time is it? I said, yeah, you got about 45 minutes.
Yeah. So, I jumped in the shower because I thought that would make me feel really, and it did. It helped break up a lot of...
Yes, the stuff that's, happening. All right, so, good morning to all of y'all. Please say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. If you do not say hello there, I do not know that you are here and you are just a number. For those of you that have come in and are just, regulars, if you would give those thumbsy upsies, we very much appreciate it. Or if you're new and you're already enjoying this, which, it's pretty early for that, but, you never know. Go ahead, give those thumbsy upsies. New to the channel, please do subscribe and hit that bell. You will be notified each and every time we do something. All right, let's go over to the participants. Say good morning to Anne, Miriam, Heather, Belinda, Candy, Carrie, Daniela. Hello, I believe you might be. No, Daniela, you've been here before. Darcy, Dana, Diane, Evie, Gina, Griffin, Shell, that is Rhonda, Jacqueline, Joni, Judy P, Christy May, she is here to doodle bomb with us today. Linda Renz, Lisa Mingus, Lisa Stevens, Lori Paul, Marcia, Martha, Mary Ellen, Panka, Sherry, oop, my thing just moved, Panka, Sherry, Silver Granny, that's Lynn, Series Hecka, that's Lisa, Susan Dufresne, Texture Junkies, that's Sharon, Tina, and Violet. Hooray! Is Fran here, Violet? What's going on? I thought you were on vacation. Out traveling around, doing things. And if I missed you, it wasn't on purpose. I was kind of looking through the list to see if I know some people popped in there. All right, so awesome hop. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. Again, I apologize that we didn't actually have a finished thing, but we did, say, hey, we're going to be working on that today, which is the doodle bombing. We learned about that from, was it Mechanorax that did the doodle bomb stuff?
I think so.
I mean, remember, this is like 2 years ago. And it's not like, I don't even think she did a video or anything like that. It was just a picture we saw in a group or something. She did
it. I think she actually did it with Elizabeth Dane.
Uh-huh.
And
she's in the group. She does all the really cool circle things and
so
and Corey,
stitchy.
Yeah. You guys know her. You've seen the stuff. But her and Mechanorax, and I actually have one of those pens from Mechanorax that P bought me about 2 years ago because we were really into her stuff. She's not super chatty online.
And we both think that it may be
like she just has other things going on. Like the social media stuff is like her gig, which is fine. Oh, it's Lynn's birthday. Well, happy birthday. It's her 68th. Wow.
Getting up there, Lynn. I'm still ahead of you.
We got some cards. Man, you guys are sending like the best. I think these are the best Christmas cards we have ever received.
No kidding. I mean, some of these look absolutely professional.
Yes.
It's certainly, volume-wise, the most and it's the most I've ever sent out. I mean, even when I was actively, do I need to do that?
No, I was just doing that because I feel like I should do that.
Well, we both have kind of rough noses.
Oh my goodness.
Mine is recovering from
Hey, Devin. Hey, Kathy.
a fever
Trish is
blister.
here. Did I say Trish earlier?
I
Kathy
mean,
was
look at
here.
this.
That was
This is
Stella.
professional.
Carol. Good morning, all. Woo, we've got quite the crowd already. Hey, give those thumbsy upsies. I know them. I know most of y'all in the chat, so come on now. Let's beat them up.
Okay, now here I've
Oh,
got.
I'm gonna go topside now. You got it all straightened out?
I think so, more or less, yeah. But pieces of the package, and I apologize right off the bat, Jacqueline. Izzy has absconded with my little container that you made me.
Yeah, she likes it a lot. She liked it. I
Oh.
got a video for Jacqueline.
Yeah.
I need to get it up. I have to put it up on YouTube and get it unlisted because it went a little long. If they're under a minute, I can send them on Facebook, but
Yeah.
in private message.
Okay, how
Hello,
about this
Ellen.
card? Look at this. Are you topsiding me?
I guess you are top-sided.
Okay,
So
this is
wonky.
from Michelle at Michelle Mixed Media. Look at this.
That's so cool.
I
And
mean,
it was such a cool mix of things.
it just really is. I mean, what nice shading around the edge there. Don't know how you did that, but I approve of that wholeheartedly. Excellent. Nice colors, too.
Yeah. I love this.
And this is Matisse's Dancing Women. It's not, but it reminds me of that. I love this. I don't know if this is a purchase stencil, but I really do. I like it a lot.
Could be stamp.
I like
Let
it.
us know. It's Colleen, right?
It's Colleen, yes.
Oh, hey,
Wonderful
Sonia.
little card. Oh, look, and she's got her own little stamp back there.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. And how about this
Yeah.
tree?
That's what I wanted you to do.
This is,
Trees.
well,
Yeah.
we all have our ways of doing
Yeah,
things,
that's
don't
true that.
we? Panka, I'm glad she finally has a tree that she approves of.
Talk about that later.
Yes, thank you. And I showed this to Izzy, and she said,
Oh, it's so
is that
wonderful.
my card? And I said, yes, it is, but I'm not giving it to you because you will haul it off someplace and I won't be able to find it.
She's the worst, and then she just stuffs things.
And she appropriates things.
Well, she learned that, honestly, sort of, I'm just saying.
What you talking about,
What
girl?
you talking about?
All right, I'm handing the cards over to you for storage.
And then Jacqueline, I really want to know how did you thermography the little letter? And it wasn't preachy, but I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, look,
It's thermography
I don't even know what I know it.
and on
involves.
vellum, which is also mind blowing to
And
me.
plus, it's shiny.
Well, yeah, thermography usually will do that
Oh,
in order to get the raised stuff. I mean, it's basically like heat embossing, the
Yeah.
stuff that we have.
yeah.
But to get it into lettering, I don't know why my brain can't quite.
And I absolutely love this eco print here, which I love how you did this so that I could detach this and actually use this somewhere
And it looks so
else.
beautiful together.
All right, so
Hello, friend.
look, check this out, folks.
Hey, Joan.
We got some
This is how
trinkets.
Jacqueline sent the trinkets. And then she
Isn't
said
it great?
some were sad and puny and malnourished.
But it's all grist for the fodder. Yeah, grist for the mill.
Yes.
Isn't they're wonderful. And Izzy just thought this was
Oh, she was like, that is a great idea. What is that blue container? We always get the
okay.
crafty,
So
ones.
here's what arrived in a special little container.
Yes,
Especially
with a P on it.
And with, as Izzy said, it's been bubble wrapped. She thought, of all the things, she just would she's hauled this around. I took it away from her last
Oh,
night.
yeah, she's very fascinated.
She wanted me to wear it for my crown.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, she said, look, Gigi, I think that this came out of the paint thing. You can see on the bottom here. Look. I'm just like, she's very
Jacqueline!
perceptive. Okay, look at then. This was down in the little container, hidden underneath, like a little lotus blossom down there. So then you open this up, It's been opened many times. I'm surprised it's still
Well,
together.
that's flippin' brilliant. Here's how she did it. So she printed it out on an inkjet. So it stays kind of wet, especially on vellum. I know that. Now, certain vellums actually in certain ink colors dry faster than others. Don't know if you guys know that or care about that, but just a little FYI. Then she put the embossing powder over it.
And it stuck to it.
And it stuck to it. I mean, that's pretty much how they do it commercially. I think there's
I think that this has been thermography too.
I mean, I was highly impressed.
Okay, now let's see the little crown there. I crown myself queen of the trinkets. Isn't that great? Oh, I just absolutely love it. Yeah.
Izzy's also very fond of that little thing.
Yes, and she wanted to know if when I was finished with it, if she could have it. I said, I don't know when I'm going to be finished with it.
She loved everything. I got a video for you, Jeff. So.
Yeah.
Just
Okay,
stay
well,
tuned.
Yes. Now, I have to show you because we worked on the book yesterday. Look at this. And this was on the outside, and I very carefully removed it before she tore into it because she's a terror. All right. Catastrophe. That's her title. Co-written by Patricia Carmichael and Isabella Rushing. Illustrated by Isabella Rushing. Well, it hasn't been written yet. The words have... We've discussed the plot.
Yeah. Gigi told her that there's not going to be anything.
So you tell me what this book's going to be about.
A story.
Look at this. She loved those kitties.
Oh, yeah. That she's a little cat obsessed.
Then we have a happy page. And these are the little stickers that came along with it. Look at our little butterflies. I thought those were adorable. Here we have a bit of Christmas cheer with... I'm not sure. You know, this is Infinity Kitty.
Yeah, is it a mouse or is it a kitty?
We don't talk about that. You don't say that. I told her not to draw on that because it would come through, but she did anyway, of course. And here we have a fish with a snowman. No necessarily logic.
Ice fishing.
Ice fishing. There you go. And here we go in the mountains with a snowman with a flag on his head. And
his bag is most wonderful.
Yes, and see, she put it in here.
Yeah.
Oh, turkey. I imagine she was going to put the tree in here, but something happened. But here's Santa with her wish list.
Oh, look at that. I'm very impressed.
Look, isn't this a cute... He's thinking about presents. But look at this cute little... I mean, you know, she's really...
She's getting good.
Mountain. Oh, this is Rudolph. Got it?
Oh, yeah, with the red nose. She's very into that. She's... I mean, I tried to get her to watch those stop motion, you know, the old Rudolph and all that for years. This has been the first year she's actually, like, interested.
Okay, well, these last pages here, we agreed, needs some work. And here we're coming. This is the
lights.
Portal.
Oh.
And these are lights, yes.
Okay, I'm not in.
And then this is... She loved this one. She was absolutely distraught because she thought she lost it. We had to go over. And we're going to write the end at the end.
Yeah.
All right, well, enough of that.
We've subjected you guys to our cute baby.
Silliness with that baby. But we will return to the book because I'm going to encourage her to do more.
Yeah, she really does enjoy it. So thank you.
Oh, she worked, well, you can tell, hours. Literally hours.
Which thankful, because then I was able, and let me tell you, it's been a long time since I've done a full-on process type video. So I think today, maybe tomorrow, I think I'll have it go up tomorrow. The first of 2 speed through process videos of my doodle bombing. But then we wanted to talk about it, you know, because it's just going to be music, like I did with the original one. But these are done a little bit differently.
Oh,
you do not have to doodle bomb the same way every time.
Yeah, I was going to drag out the oldies.
Oh, we found peas, which I posted in Makers. And I think it was Kathleen reminded me, I believe. It was either Kathleen or Rhonda.
Yeah, now this was mine.
Yep.
And then this is Mariah's.
And that's the one from the video. And technically, I didn't really finish it.
No, she
Stopped
kind of
at the
wussed
shirts.
out on me on certain parts there because I felt like it needed more. Mine possibly needed less. It's kind of scary.
Your nose freaks me out.
I like it. All the better to breathe with, my dear.
I guess so. Hey, but that's looking better now that it's been in the book and it's getting flattened. That's nice. Because it was all curving up. Looking sad. I will say this, that if you have access or really want to, like, keep your saviors and then use it with different, like, especially if you're using water-based markers, the inkjet, or sorry, laser printed versions of the photos work really well. And then Sandy has already, she took a magazine and she doodle bombed it.
Oh, well, there you
That
go.
was fantastic. Shall we show them?
Yeah.
Okay, well, here you go. I even put Izzy's in the back there.
Well, here I am, Mariah's version, which I absolutely love. I think it's
All
really.
right, can you scoot to the camera right here? Boom. Centered up. And that feels like it's more comfortable for you. Should
It
be
is.
like right there in front of you.
It is. Well, here I am in all of my green glory.
Yeah, Christy used Sharpies, gel pens. Use whatever you have.
This is my version of me.
I was just so proud of these.
This is how they started out.
And then remember, these are the pictures from Let It Rain. I thought that was kind of fun. Plus, I already had them.
I don't know why we've got 2 and 2 there. This is Mariah, her version of, yeah, see, these go together. And then, no,
I went monochromatic, sort of.
these go together. And then, these go together.
I might use these. I might switch out our pictures on our thumbnails, you know, and go with these. What do you guys think? Does that scare people off? Some people don't like clowns, and they have a very clown feel to them. Especially mine, with the jester face, you know. Jesters and clowns are kind of, I think they run in the same circle.
Yeah.
I didn't even mean that, but that's hilarious. Good job, Mariah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay. Well, as you can see, you don't have to.
Oh, Devin says very Marcel Marceau.
Marcel. Yes.
Is that right, Marceau?
Marcel. Yes, very famous. He was actually a mime.
Mm-hmm. I think they also run in the same circle.
Yes.
Or trapped in the same box.
Absolutely. Okay, we're going to put those over yonder. And
So, who are you going to do? Show Izzy. She's at the bottom. So, she wanted me to do hers. And that was fine. And I was even going to do the video. But she kept bothering me every 5 seconds needing something. Even though it's right here and she can get it. It's just somehow better if Mommy finds it. So, I don't have this on video. I wanted to. But that's also her request.
yes, this is what she wanted to look like.
Mm-hmm.
She was very happy with it.
She was. Although she goes, are you going to add more? Because it was before I put the stuff to the... She wanted to make sure I was going to complete it, basically.
Yeah. Add some
Like,
fur.
wow. You know, for somebody who won't leave somebody alone. Got a lot of requests.
No, that's too funny. I think she made off with my pencil, too.
Oh, I need to go get your colored pencils. So, I shall be right back, because I used them for the
Okay, well, here's one.
photo.
It's relatively sharp.
You're going to do me?
Yeah, I'm going to start off with you.
Are you going to do the jester hat?
Pardon? That's what I'm going to do first. Because that one gave me a lot of problems. Uh-oh. It's got some mucky muck on it. So you probably... I don't always use pencil lines. Because they show up later and I don't know what that is. I'm going to smear. I didn't do it. just in case, Mariah. Okay, so this jester hat. Let me just get this over here. Because Mariah, she did hers differently than I did. And it has some overlapping parts. Okay, so here's the little thing that goes around the top of the head, the little leaf thing. And that's the thing that I did first. You can see she did hers as kind of a crowny type thing with the things coming out of it. So, you know, I don't really know that it makes a big difference, but I like this side and that how that comes out. And I like this side, how that comes out here, but I think it needs to come out more like this side. So, we're going to go with that.
Yeah, I liked how more droopy mine was, but I do like the front part of yours better. But I didn't want to copy it either.
And it is sort of problematic if you want to continue the illusion of it being three-dimensional. And I really wasn't so concerned about that as I was balancing out the color and making sure that dark colors were next to light colors, because that's where Mariah ran into problems here. And how we fixed this was I took the white Posca marker, or she did,
yeah,
and swooped around there. Well, it was just too much. I mean, that was the only thing that you could see, was that white line.
Yeah.
And once you let those Posca markers dry, you can go over them with permanent marker.
Yeah.
And color them anything you want to.
That is true.
Because that's what I did a little bit of that here.
She did have kind of a Cheshire cat look. Yes, Izzy. She's definitely a little mischievous.
Yes.
Oh, goodness.
Okay.
Hey, Anthony.
All right, so let's get started on this hat. So we wanted to make sure that our leaf here comes out a little bit more.
Oh, I'm glad that you asked that, Ricky. She asked what paper they are on. So
this is just regular paper.
yeah, the 32-pound hammer mill, because that's what I have in the laser printer anyway, because it prints really nicely. I will say this. One of the things that I kind of ran into, and you'll see this in the process video that I put up tomorrow, that certain markers, if you don't let them dry, smudge more easily on this, because it does have a little, because it's kind of presentation, you know, it's premium colored copy paper.
Okay. Happy with that.
Did you notice that with anything? But you didn't use marker as much as I did. I think you outlined and you did the pasta.
No, I used my these little jobbers here, these Tombos. I've never used them before today. Well, I mean a little bit. They're Fuden Soki.
What?
Fuden Osuki. Tombow. Markers. They're water-based.
Hey, Gayla.
Pigment ink. Okay, one of the things that I really liked about these, and I did use what?
Gayla's here. She says, "All hail, great P&M. I deep bow with rather large hand flourishes. And to you, madame."
Ditto. I'm sure the Queen says that. Okay, so now here's another thing, and I'm really glad that we're actually doing this. When you're doing this, and you're drawing out your design, try not to make your lines match up to where other lines meet. That's just a word.
Oh. Okay,
Word.
wait, whoa, say that again.
Okay, I don't want to start my line there, because what it does is it continues on, and you want to start your other line someplace else. Okay, so I'm going to come up here like this. And the reason I put these on here in pencil is so I can erase.
Yes, and go lightly.
Yes, I'm not pressing down at all. Mm-hmm. All right, now see, I'm looking at my original design here. So then I'm going to have this come up over here. It's not going to touch the peak there. No, no, no. Must not do that. And then I've got this little bit here. Oh, I don't know how I did that. Oh, yeah, okay. So that's just going to go on the inside there.
See, you got a little wonky with your front thing, too. She was giving me a hard time about
all right,
that. Two
there we
side
go.
ones.
Well, you just fix it. Jeez. Louise.
Well, you
Okay.
first you shame the other person a little bit, and then you go and fix it. That's how that went.
All right, now I know I want that to end up here. So that's going to be awkward. I don't know which one of these I'm supposed to be following the lines here.
Yeah, you'll get it. And with this style of drawing, you can usually add in more lines.
I started here, and on here they're pretty close together. But I'm going to drop this one down a little bit more. The reason I don't want them in here is because you create a problem, because here I had to use a contrasting color or it wasn't even going to show up. So I'm limited on my color choices if I do that. So, but I don't know how else to do that here. So, all right.
Are you guys seeing the lines at all? She's going to come in with the marker. There you go. Thank you. That was good. Move towards your pencil, that direction. Perfect.
Okay, that's what's happening there. You will be able to see them in a minute because I will come in and solidify them with my big marker. Okay.
I don't have a zoom option on this one. Like she would actually have to just move the camera. I wish they would have an app to that. That would be really super, but they don't.
Yeah, they don't.
So it's a manual.
Okay, so I did learn some things from the last one that I wanted a little larger border to deal with here because I like that. I like that aspect of that. And
okay, I think that that's something that is important with this style of drawing is that don't be afraid to kind of make things bigger than they, would. Don't get so wrapped up in scale and things of that nature.
Okay. All right. Now, so I had these little daggery point things because I knew that I wanted to draw the eye around the whole thing. So I always repeat. You don't have to look exactly the same. And they certainly won't because I can't ever do things exactly the same.
I liked that shape too. I did that on mine, but then whenever I did hers, her crown kind of looked like a birthday cake on her head until I did the swoopy lines.
And that's not very lyrical there, but we'll make it so. Okay, and here we are. We're going on the inside here, which I don't know what I did that. I probably screwed up.
Now, my approach to mine was I didn't necessarily want them all to be kind of... She's doing more repetition than what I did because I knew the repetition would probably kind of mess me up in this style of hat because it kind of comes and swoops around to one another. That was my approach.
All right, much happier with that. Because now, sometimes what I do is I just go back in and add the other part.
I'm a jester, not a joker. She said I should be a wizard. Didn't think about that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think the hat. We went with the jester because the hat was interesting. Okay.
I also thought that, since I tend to
As
be the
you
more
can see,
funny
nothing ever turns out exactly the same. Story of my life. And I don't know what I was thinking here. That's not even hooked up to anything.
It's a
I think I would have eventually discovered that. So that's how you do that. We'll just have that swoop over there. Then we can have this come in here, which will, I don't know.
And
whatever.
sometimes you can bring those lines back around, and then so it's like it's back behind.
All right, we're absolutely, I don't know. I'm going to put that away because I'm kind of done with that.
Yeah, you can get a little too, what is it? Like you're focused on what you've already done,
Yeah, rather than being reacting to what you have on the paper.
Because I kind of did that because I wanted it to be similar to what P did with the whole jester hat. Plus, she had done all the hard work of figuring out sort of. You know, again, that part was tricky. Just a regular crown is easier.
The regular crown is easier. The jester hat is a bit of a whip. Okay, I'm sorry if it shows up that I've got white stuff on my nose, but if I don't put this on there...
I know. No, you look good.
Okay. All right, now, wipe hands off. Okay, I love these pens for 2 reasons. I have
put a hat on. Wearing hats is an alternative to learning how to do hair.
Yeah, and it isn't fun to do hair because usually hair is all the same color unless it's, you know, magical hair. I like to do magical hair. I don't like to do real hair. It's boring.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Do you outline first with the pen or... I did both.
I always outline. Yeah. And I usually what I start off with is I start off with my small end.
Yeah.
And then I can make the lines fatter if I need to. But on this one, I want you to be able to see it, and I don't really care. This is a fairly new pen, so it's probably pretty small anyway.
I really enjoyed the Micron, these plastic nib pens. These are fantastic. Now, my black one did get a little clogged up.
It will
when I went over the Posca areas.
It will do that.
And maybe some of the pencil. Here, do you want it? Here's the black one. You want to try it a little bit?
I will, but not right now. Okay. All right, I tried to get my lines going so that they're all... And I'm looking, where is this coming in here? Okay, here. Because these first lines are really important. I'm going to tuck that in a bit more. I don't even follow my own lines most of the time.
They were just there for a suggestion.
Kind of like other things in life. But before I start coloring with markers, I want to get rid of my pencil lines. I don't know if you have one of these, but kneaded erasers do the least amount of damage to your surface of your paper. If you don't have one of these, you need to get some.
Joan, I hadn't noticed that there was a more shiny or dull side to... I hadn't noticed that with the hammer mill. I think both sides are... or maybe I just haven't noticed.
And you always learn things when you're doing things. You learn things from the first time you do things. And that's one of the reasons that when people want me to do things exactly the same, I can tell them that I can try, but I'm going to react to what is there rather than, you know, what.
Yeah, you're never going to draw those lines exactly the same. I mean, some people do. We are not those people. You know what I noticed that really helped me? So, you know, Izzy and I had been doing, she loves, you know how she does those drawings that, like the little expanding accordion one? Because a lot of times they have you draw out in pencil first. I found that some of the stuff that we had been doing was very helpful. And I was better at making some of those lines. Because that's practice, too. It's kind of muscle memory, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And confidence. This is the other thing about doing this on top of photos is that you start, I think, because you're working in different areas, you're going to start being more aware of the shadowing. And again, just following lines. So it's training your brain.
Now, this is the other reason that I like the IdentiPen. Because a lot of times you have to be careful. You can, if you're using a pen that is water-based and not permanent,
well,
it will smear the lines all over the place.
Even in the Micron, which is a
permanent archival, yeah,
on this paper, it takes a minute. So before, like, really let it dry and finish
Actually,
drying.
you should let it dry overnight if you're going to use that sort of pen. Because it will. I'm telling you what, man. You can't go wrong with these dudes.
Because it dries pretty quick. Alcohol ink markers, too. They dry very quickly. So if you're kind of in a hurry.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. Basically, we've got our shapes and whatever. Now we can just play with designs here. And I was, you know, on the one that Mariah and I know this because I just deal with it. Where my lines don't totally match up because I'm on the other side of the paper. I don't really worry about that so much until I get to the very end. Now, right here where I have a little oopsie, all I have to do is just come in.
I thicken the line.
And thicken the lines. Because that's what makes it interesting anyway. You didn't want that all the same. So that's going to set the tone for the rest of this. It should be kind of a gradual thing, not so much.
Yeah, you kind of went heavy on that.
Hey, I don't want to hear it.
I was disagreeing with you. You didn't want backup.
I didn't need confirmation. And this just becomes part of the design. And wherever you do it, just make sure that, you know, it's kind of logical that it's the same place in other places. And again, I'm not going to worry about that so much until the end.
Yeah.
Because that's when I come back in and clean up lines. You're going to go over these with things and muck them about anyway, so it's not like a big deal. All right, now I'm going to put the cap on that end, and I'm going to come in with my fine-tipped whatever. And I want to talk about some of the detailing here. All right, on this one, you can see I made it slightly bigger because I really felt constrained by it wasn't quite enough room for me to move about the cabin. I can't help myself. So, this is going to give me a little bit more room to do some more interesting line designs, which I really, you know, I like doing. I do. I enjoy doing them. All right, here, I don't know where I lost my middle line here.
I'm in agreement with that, Ann.
What?
There's some sandwich talk in the chat, so I
Sandwich?
Uh-huh. And this is where the doodle begins.
And I don't know what I'm going to do there yet. I don't have to decide that yet. All right, so I come over here to this one.
Yeah, I made all my balls different. Because that's how I roll. She's in serious mode. I need you to be a little more chuckly.
You know what? When I'm doing this, I don't need to talk. So you can just chat your buns off over there.
I want to get accused of interrupting.
But you're not interrupting me. I'll let you know.
Okay, thank you.
Middle line of the leaf. And this one over here, I'm going, I don't really know what happened to him, but he's all right. Okay.
And at some point, you kind of go, all right, now I need to start adding some color in because...
Yeah, I don't know where... Okay, here, this one needs a middle.
Because that's going to help you then break apart
I just barely missed that leaf point, so I'm going to move it over a little bit. Like I said, you know, you just make it up as you go along. Might have to be a design there.
Oh, yeah, that sounds... Creamed tuna. That sounds terrible.
My mother used to make that.
Oh, seriously?
Well, she used to make it when my dad hadn't butchered a cow or something, you know, put beef in the freezer. She'd start making that tuna casserole stuff. By God, he got right on it.
It's a form of motivation.
Absolutely. women have.
Weaponized tuna.
Well, about the third day.
Yeah, he's like, all right.
Okay, we'll get it. But you know, we didn't ever butcher in the summertime.
Oh yes, this is very Zentangly. We just call it Doodly. This was before it was fancy and people started getting certified.
Yeah, giving it names and such.
Yeah. No, Louetta was not an artist. I mean, not that I was aware of.
You know, she had her moments. I remember she made us a Barbie house out of a box once. It was absolutely awesome.
Huh.
Yeah. Had wallpaper and everything.
She was very home-ecky.
Hey, and she could take old clothes and make you something new. I remember this one jumper that she made me. And it was just, I thought it was, I wished I still had it. It's very cool. But it was from an old wool, I don't know what it was, but the fabric was fabulous. Oh, my nose is just driving me crazy. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I like that. It's kind of, I don't know if I'm going to have enough room here to do a really bang-up job on that one, but that's okay. We don't care about that. A lot of times I will thicken my lines where they're starting up.
Oh, that's right. Christy did, remember last year, and then didn't you make the cats your Christmas cards? Yes, I also did my cats, put them on the Christmas cards, yes. But that was 2 years ago now. Can you believe that? Crazy, crazy. Hey, Karma. Sharon made a Barbie house over and over as a kid. She didn't really care as much about the Barbie. She was into the decorating. Oh, I like the way that this is going. Are you going to go rainbowy or are you going to go monochromatic like I do?
No, just shush it. I haven't made that decision yet.
But it has crossed your mind.
Oh, I haven't given it.
Oh, you haven't even thought about it.
Haven't even thought about it.
Are you all enjoying this? If you are, please do give those thumbsy upsies. Those of you that have joined us and lurking, please say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. That's the only way that we do know that you are here. If you are new, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell. You'll be notified when we do things. We stream 3 times a week. Tuesday, Thursday at 3 p.m. Central Time, and then 10 a.m. like today on Sunday. It's been a while since I did the whole spiel.
There you go.
You need to get some more of those Identa pens, because most of them
are muck. I know.
are running out.
Well, I taped off on one of them here, so that I don't know that. So I know that it's not functional. It no longer.
Worky on that end.
No worky on that end. The other end works.
Yeah, because it really is irritating. Because you're like, oh.
Why is this end working and the other
You're
isn't?
like, should I just throw this away?
Yeah. So I just tape them off.
Isn't it uncomfortable, or it doesn't look it? I don't know.
What's uncomfortable?
I don't. Wait, is that a pic of Mariah? Yes, it is me. But I photoshopped my hair out because it was too large. Because even
it was poofy.
Yeah,
I couldn't deal with it.
Here.
I love this. I love how this is going around here.
Here, show that. Because you got the big screen. And I had thought the same thing when I first grabbed the pictures. I was like, oh, it worked great for the Let It Rain. I mean, it wasn't a big deal. But for this, I was like, my hair is much too big. And what was going on?
And I tried to chop it off with white paint, and it didn't work. The poof would not.
I said, I'll fix that.
The poof would not disappear.
Yes, Doodle Bomb. And like I said, I don't know if you Google it. or search it in YouTube. I can't remember if they had a video of it or not. I just, it's been so long. But I know that it was McAnarax. She's associated with Lizbeth, who's Lizbeth Dane.
Dane. I say Dane. I don't know. It might be something else.
Dragon is kind of, it always makes me think of dragon.
Yeah.
But yeah. The hair was very poofy. It was a while back. Oh, look higher.
What you're making here is you're making containers to put your colors in.
Whose question am I looking for? Am I looking one from you, Fran? I'm sorry. Oh, P's barbed wire bracelet. I was wondering if somebody was going to comment on that. It's plastic.
I know, isn't it great? My kids at school loved it.
That's very, I mean, you've had that since
I was a teacher.
Well, I know, but was that Lubbock? I mean, those things are old.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that the plastic hasn't.
I don't know. Sometimes I really like the idea of dark lines, and I think it's best just to get them in right away. The problem is when you start in with your colored pencils and you're shading,
And you run over them.
it doesn't work very well.
You got to come back. And this is where, like having 2 black Posca markers of varying sizes for that end finish work, if you really are kind of like a little more obsessed about those clean black lines, because then you can go over the whole thing, match up those lines, but clean them up. Because when you run over them with, and I was having that problem, if you want to show the one I did of you, with the metallics especially. Now, I use some of the Arteza acrylic markers. They're pretty good. But see, in those metallic areas, I had to come back and really go over the lines. In fact, what I ended up doing is coming back with a colored pencil, a black one, and really going over them to block out that metallic that had overrun the line. Thank you. That's the one I did.
I swear to God, this pen, I just keep making marks that I didn't want to make. This is not very much fun to do this on camera. I'm very meticulous and I take a lot of time with my stuff. And I feel inhibited by having people watching me.
They're not really watching you. They're talking about toasted sandwiches. They are watching you, but I was hoping that would make you feel better. Like, you could just kind of, be off in the corner doing your thing.
I'm also still dealing with the vision thing here.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow we will set the appointment.
Yeah, I have to do that because otherwise I'm going to have to pay another deductible.
Yeah. And poo-poo on that.
Now, I want to be really careful because see how close those are right there? That's a nay.
Hello, Darla. Welcome. I really needed that eraser. I don't know where you were. Oh, you were down hanging with Izzy. And that's actually why I got mine done as much as I did. It's so amazing when you...
I kind of liking these little loop-de-loop things here. And even though that one is running into that one, I don't know. I'm okay with that.
This one's kind of spidery. Almost. Kind of woodsy. You could go with, dare I say, like greens and browns.
You just need to shush it because this is my color choice. I get to decide.
I'm just throwing out suggestions. She's all feisty.
I didn't micromanage yours. I haven't decided the color yet because it's not speaking to me yet.
Oh yes, happy Hanukkah to everyone. Indeed, indeed. Oh, Joan says that she agrees with you. It does make a difference in the freeform doodling process.
What does?
Well, and that's one reason that, like, I did the speed through videos, because it does take a very long time, and it's one of those things, if you can just kind of, it's meditative in a way. So I'm proud of Pete for doing this in this way. You're awesome. You're a real professional.
I don't have anything to say.
You don't have anything. Thank you.
Well, yeah. That. Am I hearing our princess?
Yeah, she's not feeling well. Poor thing's been... And she puked twice last night. I don't know what's going on, if it's a little stomach bug or... I don't know. Yeah, she's in her zone.
I put down this black paper because...
Were you having a hard time when you were doing it on the white?
No, that's because it has goopy stuff all over it and I didn't feel like changing it.
Well, the camera's very happy about it.
It's happy about the black?
Yeah, because it gives it two contrast things. And so, like, when you go just to white, it blows out the white balance for a second. It kind of freaks out the camera when it's doing its manual thing. I know, Susan. It's like, if we could just get them all out of the way before Christmas, that would be super. Because I was like, oh my gosh, if P and I are throwing up again on Christmas Eve,
I'm going to be so mad.
Like,
I am going to be
next year we're leaving town. I don't know. We're quarantining that baby for 2 weeks. Just take her out of school. I don't know. Can we do that? So we can all be healthy for Christmas. It's been a while.
seeing lines there that I've...
Yeah, I don't know if she's just, again, I don't know exactly what it is, but she seems to be pretty good this morning. Hopefully she can eat some things. And I love the way it's going.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
She could do this for like 2 days, just drawing lines.
Yeah.
I kind of jump in and get the color in and then start doing other things, but that's also, I think, where I got in trouble.
You can't do that if you really want to be able to use, and especially if you're doing colored pencils.
You need those established.
You need to take care of this business right away. Now you can come in and clean up somewhat. And I don't know, some of these are really bothering me because I'm looking and they're all lumpy and bumpy and whatever.
Well, if you want, don't worry about that. I can come back in at the very end and I'll smooth them out and everything. I also noticed with this paper, I was having a problem over here. Like, I kept thinking it was like the underneath, but I think
this is really nice because it has a bit of tooth to it.
I think those markers kind of, it's like the finish on it starts to ball up, and so then it goes good.
Oh, hand me my pencils,
I
please.
think that's what's
I
happening.
had to actually. Is Molly here today? Molly?
Well, she never jumps in the chat or anything.
Okay, Molly, if you're there, I'm thanking you. I don't know what that's doing there.
That was this is the eraser I had.
Oh, bless your heart. I'm sorry. All right, hand me those.
And if you want markers, you just let me know what colors and I'll find them for you. I have all kinds. And then I even have these if you want to come in with...
Yeah, that's the very last thing.
Okay.
I think I've got everything cleaned up there, more or less. All right, well, there's some little wiggly spots and whatnot, but I think it'll be okay. All right, now, here's what I'm going to think about, because on my other one, I got myself in trouble. I need to think about the color of those balls, because it's only going to be really important with this one right here. I want contrast so that shows up.
And that's where I got in trouble on mine with that one swoop area that I went to dark side by side.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so we've got this line here. This needs to come in down here simply because...
Hey, Scotty Ross. How are you?
Hi, Scotty. Because it is hooked up and it is behind that one. Now, I don't think I've got any more that are that way. But that's kind of cool because I like this business going on here. It makes it very, I don't know. And I'm liking this, and I'm just going to go ahead and... You know, you just need to take care of things when you see them. And I don't like 1, of course.
Yeah, 3 is good.
3 is good.
Oh, I love that.
I love that too. Now, I don't know that I can do that over here, but I can kind of.
You could, yeah. Or you could have done it coming down on the other part. Ooh, I like that.
I do too. Now, that's not going to work in the middle there, but the middle is different anyway. We don't care.
So, Jolyn, I like the finish. It's very smooth because this is the same paper that P uses to pull prints with. But I will say that, but this happens with any of the papers I have ever used with like the Poscas. You know, it starts to kind of ball up if you just go too much in an area. I think that's just true. That's the nature of it. Unless you have some heavy duty mixed media paper, which you're probably not going to be laser printing on. Now, here's another idea which would be really cool. If you did a photo transfer, you know, from the gel plate, and then came in and did this, that would be like next level.
Whatever. I'm not doing that.
She's not going to do that. So. Michelle, we showed your card earlier.
Pardon me.
Yes, and you could cut out the photo and stick it on thicker paper to draw on. Especially in the top part, yeah, because then you would have...
Might have to go to cough drops here.
Do you have some? Here, I have one.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know how good that's going to be with your coffee.
So basically, I've got the webby stuff here.
Hey, Joe.
I don't know that I'm loving the webby stuff.
I like that. I think this is where the color's really going to matter.
Yeah.
Because are you going leafy webby, or are you making it like spooky webby?
I think leafy webby.
Okay. She's getting a lot better. She sounds terrible.
I sound terrible, but I don't feel bad.
This
is just the stage where, you know, you're coughing all this gunk up. I had a really great night.
Question, could you print it on Yupo, color after, or cut a mask? So, You can inkjet onto Yupo. I know people have done it. I can't, I mean, it takes days for it if it ever dries. Just because that's the nature of how inkjet work. You do not want to put this through a laser printer. It would melt. That's plastic. Or Yupo's plastic. So, don't do that.
Holy cow! I can hear.
Yay!
Yay is right.
So, I mean, yeah, I think that's an interesting question. And I think there's something worth testing out there. Yeah, I think that is probably true too, Devin. So she's done the inkjet on Yupo and used it to transfer to the jelly print. Yeah, I've seen people do that, and I think they've done it like even with like the just like a piece of acetate. But yes, I think that it kind of gunks up the heads of your printer because see, it's not pushing down or soaking up that ink, so it just kind of gunks onto the heads of the printer. Yeah, I know what you meant.
Basically, all you need to do is you just need to repeat what you're doing. In different places.
Now this could be like a, since you haven't decided on color yet, it could be like a fall one, so it's like reds and browns and coppers. That might be kind of fun.
Could be, yeah. Could be.
Oh, Michelle says it would be good. Here's what I was thinking. I'm glad that you said that, Michelle. So she said it would be good to use P&M stencils instead of doodles.
Do what?
P&M stencils instead of doodles. I think what would be cool, because these are, I've clipped out all the background and everything. So even if you, like, you don't have to do that Photoshop-wise. Like, if you want to do your photos, just print them out black and white. Cut yourself out, fussy cut it. And then, if you have fussy cut yourself, then you can then glue yourself down to a cool gel printed background. I was thinking about that. That we should do some backgrounds based on our other ones. That might be kind of fun. Mm-hmm. The one I was thinking about for you, like for the one that I did of you, is using aqueous effervescence in kind of some very light minty colors and golds, because I don't want it to overtake the drawing. You just want something subtle in the background. But I think that would be very cool. Right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Whatever floats your boat. I don't know that that's what I want to do. Uh-huh. But it's certainly an idea too.
Now, here's another thought. What you could do, and I've seen people do this, I think, over like in gel printers enthusiasts, the ones that create, like they collage paint, basically, with their gel prints. So you could cut out the little pieces, like if you printed out your picture a bit larger, because I think small would be kind of tedious and a little, kind of like what P was saying about the first hat that she drew, the jester hat. Working in those small areas it's tiresome on your hand, and I think that would be true. But if you could collage it over the picture, that would be pretty nifty. Oh, Michelle's gonna try it. Awesome. Yeah, a bigger size for sure. Oh, a challenge coming on. Yes. Hey, if you want to head that up, Paula, I'm all for it. I think there's all sorts of ways to doodle bomb or to create these interesting photos. Is that a furry dangle?
I don't know. It just
I like it.
happened because I went out of the lines there and had to improvise.
Now, if we could have somebody that's a seamstress that could take these designs and make them real life, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm sure that would cost a small fortune.
Okay, when you color pencil, and I keep telling Mariah, and this is where she gets herself in trouble every single time. She goes elephant stomp.
I do.
If you hold your pencil about at the halfway point, you're going to keep yourself from bearing down.
I bear down.
She sucks at shading because of that. And I keep trying to tell her. Of course, she tries to tell me things too.
I know that's right.
You want to just go lightly because right now, I'm not really even sure. Because you see what's happening here? I'm coming together with the same color in places, and I don't want to do that. But I already have a plan on dealing with that.
Yes, because she hasn't bared down on it. And
yeah.
She's left herself some options.
I left myself some options. But now remember, this part here goes to this guy. I should bring that leaf thing down, but I think that's too fussy. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
But this is where your shading comes in. Where you can make your one differentiate from the other. But I like to get this down because what it is it's telling me, all right, so this line here, this is, whatever this is this. It's not orange. I have to decide what I want inside of there. Okay, this comes around here. This is orange. And I don't really know. That one right there is kind of, it's an odd man out. We might have to.
Yeah.
I don't know. It really doesn't have a.
It took me 2 days to do the 2. And that was true of yours too, didn't it?
What?
About 2 days to finish it.
Yeah, I started it. Oh, I started it one day, so it might have been just like if I'd worked all day long, I could have finished
yeah,
it.
definitely.
But I didn't. I started it late.
I think all in all, because I videoed, I mean, there was about 4 hours worth of work on just mine, but I was working out some issues, and also then my sweet daughter decided to come up and do art alongside, which usually means I have to start and stop and find things and do all that, which I was starting and stopping the camera, but that gets dangerous because
yes,
it sucks when you forget to turn it back on, and here you are with hours already videoed, and then you're missing a chunk. Oh, just
a big chunk. Okay, so I've already decided that I'm going to go with a sort of orangey.
I'm the same way, Joe. Same way. She is using Prismacolor pencils.
Yeah, don't bother with any of the rest of those.
We're not paid by Prismacolor to say such things either.
I am going to save the color of my balls for the very end, simply because then I can decide these little guys. Then I can decide by looking at what is going on there. All right, this is going back in space, so I'm going to shade there. Back in space, shade there. Back in space, shade here. And sometimes you do kind of get, see that little, that thing right there, I don't like that, but I can fix it. This is back in space here. Now this is too, and that's one of the reasons that I widened that line there. Well, other than the fact that I screwed up and I want to keep this away from this right here, because this is also going back in space. Keep in mind when you're doing these now I can even go in and I can do this side.
Yes, hello Nadine. And Lisa, Serious Heck is trying to get in touch with you, Nadine. I'm excited that you're going this route with the colors.
Oh, good.
I approve.
Yeah, I basically do the same thing that I did here, except I think I'm going to, I don't know. It hasn't spoken to me yet, but anyway, you have to start somewhere.
You could put leaves in my hands.
I could have trees sprouting out the end.
Ooh, that would be cool. Do that.
All right. I'm not there yet.
Okay.
Okay, let me see what we're using. Poppy red. I like poppy red a lot.
Uh-huh. It is a good one.
That's a good one.
Because it's orangey, but it's, you know, it's not too red.
Okay, I'm not pressing hard. I'm just lightly. Whatever you do one place, you do another. This is how you keep your give continuity to your composition, whatever it is.
Yeah.
If you have one color someplace, you should have it elsewhere. Well, and especially when you're doing something that's like this is semi-symmetrical.
Well, Joan, according to P, I don't really know how to do it either, so.
Pardon?
But yet I can get her done. The shading. I don't have, a lot of people are kind of where I'm at with it, and it's a patience thing.
Yeah. Well, you know, what are you going to do?
Well, I just come back in and you know.
Yeah, stomp on it.
Stomp on it.
I do different colors because I get bored.
Miriam, what say? Are you saying shading is shady? I'm shady. It's shading. She's a good shader.
Okay, can you see it's starting to take form and become something? But I'm still not pushing hard.
There are some rules. It's more of, you know, deeply felt suggestions.
Hey, I'm telling you what.
Yeah.
If you stomp on it, you're going to be sorry.
That is true. I was very sorry. But I had markers.
Well, there you go.
And actually, here's what she thought, because I had pretty much started with markers because I wanted mine to be different than how P had approached hers. Just so that way we could talk about that, you know, there isn't just one way to get at this.
There you go.
And then she says, well, you know, you went really heavy here. And I'm like, well, it's marker. So, technically, don't get on to me about that. But then when I did go in with the colored pencil, it did go a little heavy. But I had to, because I was going over marker. So that's my justification.
Well, whatever. Yeah, we all got them. Okay.
Is there a way to use metallic together? Use regular and metallic together. What are you talking about? Like the markers? I was really impressed with the Arteza metallic acrylic paint. You know, these markers. Hold on. Show them to you. I've had these for about 2 years. And they sat there in their packaging for a long time. Because I've gotten those really cheap ones. The chocolate ones. Which work pretty good. But these actually, I think, had a little more. Especially the metallic.
And I wasn't even given access to those.
Well, I don't think that's true. They're right over in the cabinet where they live.
Well, how would I know that? I just live here.
Yes. They were not right there on her desk. That is true.
I can't chase down stuff in the midst of my creativity process.
Oh, the metallic pencils?
The metallic pencils pretty well suck.
Yeah.
Unless you want to really... Those are the bear down-ons.
To get it. And that's really hard because...
I don't really like them very much.
They
mostly just are gray and whatever.
It's hard to blend them in. They're cool to do a little heavy outline with. Lisa likes her Derwent ones. We have those, don't we?
Yeah.
I don't think we did much with them.
I did when we were showing them. Okay, now I've got some things going on here that I'm going to have to deal with. Can you see that? Where these two are together here, all three of them, wherever they touch, that's going to have to become something. I'm going to have to do something there.
What, like a thicker band or something? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about color-wise.
Oh, okay.
And gradually building up the color has another thing. Light-wise, it is becoming, you're seeing many things there. It's becoming a richer surface than what it was, simply because you've got all these different colors on there. And even though your eye doesn't necessarily see all of them at once, it's going to start saying, oh, yeah, look, I can see some of that same color there. Or, you know, just inside of your brain, you know this to be true. Okay, now, I probably would hold off on this, but I want to demonstrate it because I think it's really important. Places where you want your, okay, so you get out your color wheel, the opposite of red, orange.
Oh, goodness.
Opposite of red, orange is blue, green. Whoa.
Your magnets are
My magnets are mating.
They're magneting.
Okay, just remove those right now. Okay, so red, orange, and blue, green. So I'm looking over here and I'm going, that peacock color is really a good one. Okay.
Yeah, I love that color.
This is called cobalt turquoise. Always make sure they're sharp. So this is the complement of my red, orange. Remember I told you we wanted to slightly differentiate. You can make that into a much nicer shadow. Now look at that. Can you see the difference there?
We'll hold that up into the technology. Straight up. Just straight up. There you go.
Okay. So that's going to push that back and bring this forward automatically inside of your brain. Okay? Same thing over here.
And remember, if you guys want that color wheel, it's one of the free downloads on our website. If you go into the guides and free something or others.
Yeah. Okay, might a little bit. If it goes too far on you, you can come back in and you can bring back in your original color. Okay.
Your shading is far superior to mine.
All it takes is practice.
And patience.
Practice and patience. I don't have patience for some things, but I do have patience for this.
I know.
I know
it blows
pays,
my mind.
It pays off.
Because seriously, she's like a small child sometimes as far as certain things. But this, she can hours. And the walls could be falling down around her. She's focused.
I really am. And one of the things I think is wherever your source of light is, you want to be careful bearing down with these pencil, the lighter colored pencils, because you're going to have this tendency to say, okay, it's not showing up. I need to press harder.
Just keep at it.
Just keep at it.
And build up the layers.
Don't do it. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and introduce that here, the yellow, but I need to back off on it because yellow is a dangerous color. It's dangerous in that you are going to overcompensate for it because it's very light.
Yeah. Now I can do this with markers. It happens faster for me with markers.
Well, of course it does. All right. Now we already have some of this, and I like the idea of complementary colors. So we're going to come in here with our blue, our peacock, this is cobalt turquoise.
AKA peacock. Which should be called peacock.
Yeah. And because we made separated sides of our leaf here, we can actually do this. And it doesn't have, I don't have to color it the same. I can choose to do. There doesn't have to be any logical consensus here in a design like this. It's whatever works.
It's whimsical.
Whimsical. And okay, one other little trick that I can show you if you want to make your marker work better. You can come in and you can erase the thing off of your, and then you can come in and it'll, yeah. You're just getting rid of the extra waxy.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
that would have been some helpful information.
Well, now you have it. I don't always remember what it is that I'm supposed to. Okay. So I'm going to start here, and I think this is perfectly logical because that is where the darkest part is. I'm going to skip this one, and I'm going to come up to the next one because this is where you establish your pattern. Okay, now if I do that one.
Hey, Julie Parker. Welcome, welcome. And for those of you that are coming in, please do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Give those thumbsy-upsies if you haven't already.
Okay, I was sitting here mulling about whether I should do the bottom one or the next one, and I just decided to go ahead. Now, just because I'm going in and coloring both sides the same color right now, doesn't mean they have to stay that way. You can go over them with something else.
It's a good base to create continuity.
It's a good base. That's a good way to put it. Yes. Because remember that underneath color, even though it's not necessarily going to be totally the most visible thing that you're going to see. It can be. All right, now let's think about here. I'm not going to have to worry about anything touching here, so I can just go ahead and do whatever I want to do here. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And because these are a little further apart and not quite so crammed in there, I think I will alternate them. But even though I'm alternating them, and it's slightly different than what I was doing here, because it's the same color, it's going to still be okay. Okay? Everybody got that?
Mm-hmm. Now, one of the other things that you can kind of keep in mind if you want to, mix it up, is that some of the color blend markers, or even the Copics and alcohol ink markers, when you put those over colored pencils, it'll blend them out some.
Yes, it will.
So you can kind of do some funky things there. It does take some practice.
Pardon the nose blowing, but I will breathe a lot better.
Yeah.
Through my nose if I can get this. Plus it opens up my ears.
Yeah.
Swear to God, they're stuffed up with snot.
That's lovely.
Okay. Again here. We'll start down here at the bottom. Because these come together here, I'm going to skip up to this one. Now that could create a problem later on, but I'm hoping it doesn't. But if it does create a problem, we'll just deal with it. That's kind of how I do things.
Company, Karma.
Okay, see, we're going to have two there. So we're going to have to bring into a third color later on. That's okay. Either that or we'll divide it up differently. Yeah.
What's next?
Well, what's next is I'm going to deal with this right now, since I'm here.
While I'm here.
While I'm here.
While I'm thinking about it. Anne says that she has discovered one benefit to having a world-class disaster mess in your art studio is that other people are afraid to come in and look for things.
See, there you go. There's an upside to everything.
And Anne, I need to get with you because I was thinking about the list for the Etsy shops and YouTube channels and all the social stuff. So we need to get together and figure out, are people sending you things? Do you have a list? So I just wanted to get with you on that. I meant to do it the other day, but been trying to get the Doodle thing done. Is that same color?
What? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, nice. Oh, you drew in a...
I drew in some more lines so that I could do so that I could keep my color thing going there. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Alrighty.
Now what?
Good question.
Do you want suggestions?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
So it's going to be colorful again.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
monochromatic is not her thing.
sometimes it is. This is mulberry. I like mulberry. I got 2 mulberries in my pencil pack that Molly sent me. Well, that Molly provided the funds for.
Yes.
And I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make these 2 slightly different.
I like that.
I haven't even used this purple. One of the things, and I always took it as a compliment, was when I took this weaving class at college, the woman that taught the class said, when I brought my weaving in and I showed her the yarns that I was going to use, she says, well, I don't know. I don't really know how these are all going to work together, but, you know, if you're willing to give it a whirl, I'm willing to go with you. She said, that, everybody look, here's somebody that's not afraid of color.
Yeah.
I had the full spectrum there of all the colors.
All the colors. When Izzy asked me, oh, you know, what's my favorite color? And I really do tell her. I'm like, I like rainbow, you know? I like all the colors. Depends on the day. Just don't, you know, froggy green is my... Not that I hate it. It's just... I don't love it. I was going to say something, but I lost my train of thought.
It happens.
It does.
Hey, and here's what's cool here. You don't even have to be careful here because I can go over into that other space and start shading, you know, that out a little bit there at the same time. Learned that technique in batiking.
All right, so say that again.
Right here, I don't have to worry about crossing over because I can be shading in that cobalt turquoise at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Julie's asking about Crayola pencils and the difference between Prisma. So...
Oh, like, you know, what's the difference between...
Yeah, like Sergeant Arts, and I mean, we have those colored pencil comparison videos.
All except for, remember the ones that we thought were very comparable were the Amazon.
Oh wait, here's my
Amazon brand.
My chart. Yeah, there's that one on the end. Oh. Yeah, what were the middle ones? Oh, goodness. Alright, I'm going to turn my thing off for a second. In case it all comes crashing down. Because it might.
I don't really know. I'm not crazy about this blue that I've got here. I think I'm going to brighten it up just ever so slightly.
All right, here.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Here we go. Inktense. Faber-Castell and Sargent. Well, what didn't we do one with Amazon and?
We did. I don't know where that particular.
I think it's in the folder.
Yeah, because it's smaller. Okay, hold on. I'll dig it up.
Yeah, the Sargent is kind of like Crayola. You know, if you're just piddling around and you don't want to put the money out, you can go with this. And as you can see, I mean, you know.
You've got to put more pressure on those, though, to
Yes.
get that level of color out of it.
Yeah, these are your Inktense are really, and I can't believe I didn't do Prismacolor here, but these were.
Well, because we'd already.
Oh, I know what. These are water activated.
Are those? No, those are the colored pencils. Because here's the.
I don't have colored pencils in Inktense. The only thing I have them in is.
Oh, maybe that is right.
See here, watch.
Look at us. know what happened to that. Maybe it's on the back side. Hold on.
But yeah, I just, I don't know, let me
Oh, yeah, here.
go across to do this.
I know it has charts. Some of them are quite large. Okay.
Yeah, you can see the Sergeant's is a little harder to get it moving, but it still does. So yes, these are the water activated. Did you find it?
Well, see, I don't think...
Colored pencils is kind of you get what you pay for. I think. All right, now where was I with this? Okay. We're up in our blue here.
I'm trying to remember. I mean, I know we did them like side by side, but it wasn't... I don't know if we did it on one of these charts. Which maybe we should revisit that.
Oh, maybe. I don't know that I want to do that.
Fair enough.
That might be something you want to do. Because right now everything looks kind of paley.
Paley. I need some new stuff to put up on my thing for, you know, the new year. I think. I don't know where the comparison is on that. There's a video. It's a decent one. It was one of our very first videos. So, you know, there's that to keep in mind.
Okay, I've already decided I'm going to do this color in between these lime green. So I don't, I can go ahead and do the blue over the top and just use the yellow to lime greeny it out.
Yeah.
But now see, that's not going to work right there because those two colors are right there together.
Hey, and buy the sets, Julie.
Oh, you're always better off buying the sets. Seriously.
And just kind of look through the colors that you already have, know the ones that you like, and look for sets that have those particular ones in it, and then you know you're going to be happy.
That's right. Okay.
Ooh, Karma has a vintage Airstream that she's debating taking over her art space.
Oh, well, that'd be cool.
That's very cool.
Very cool.
I guess I can turn my camera back on now.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys like having me in the corner or not. I like the purpley business happening at the bottom. It's quite lovely. Do you want any markers?
Not yet.
Are you enjoying this?
Yeah. Okay. I like to do this. I just don't imagine that I wouldn't watch somebody do it.
Thank you guys for loving on us and hanging out with us.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Oh, Michelle, I have that. It's always listed in our description because, let me tell you, it is seriously like one of the best pencil sharpeners. And I think that it's something that, you know, because Peta's used the pencils fairly often, I've just made it part of our main, you know, description. So it is down below in the description area, that pencil sharpener. But if you want me to, I can drop it into the chat as well. I can't remember the exact name of it.
Don't be afraid to turn your paper around either.
Oh. It's like those silver ones, Fran. A vintage Airstream? I'm assuming that's what she's... Yeah, and we like it because, number one, it's not... I mean, it's loud, but it's not nearly as loud as the other one.
Yeah, the other one made the lights blink.
Yeah, and the other one made the lights blink. And this one has 2 settings. Here's the... Oh, it helps if I hit the enter, not the shift. There we go. Yes. Do they have Airstreams in the UK? I mean, I would assume they...
I don't know.
I'm sure somebody sent some over. Caravan. Yes, that's the... What color is that one that you're using, or did you...
Orange.
That's orange.
Plain orange. And I was using
Yeah.
this one, and this one is yellowish orange. And another one that I really like is goldenrod. I don't know where it went to. Yellow orange. This is a good one too.
Ooh, that's cool, Karma.
Now see, those both say orange, but they're a little bit different. I don't know.
Some of them are hard to read.
This is the barrel Prismacolor. They're a little bit different. I got some of those in here. I like this color too. This is rouge. Rouge is a good one. Now see, those fatter lines really help you with your pencil coloring also, because then you don't have to be so careful. You want to make them look like they're glowing. That's what I always think when
You're doing pencil work.
yeah. I want to make them glow.
Oh, that's cool.
What?
Estella has an electric pencil sharpener that she bought in Japan circa 1983, 1984.
Whoa.
Oh, well, that one, that Panasonic one you have was pretty old.
Oh, yeah, because I had that when I was at school.
But it's very pricey. When I looked it up, like, one that is comparable was, like, I mean, it was over $100. And I thought that was ridiculous. And it makes the lights flicker. So, this one does not.
I learned about pencil sharpeners when I was teaching. Kids are hard on pencil sharpeners. And I went through, I don't know how many different kinds before I finally decided, you know.
Yeah, that was the one.
That would last throughout the school year. I mean, they would last half the year and they were done. Because we used to do pencil work.
Well, the problem with the little sharpeners around here is they go missing.
Oh, the handheld ones?
Yes. Plus, I can never get them to that kind of point.
No, I can't. I can't.
No,
Do
I
that.
don't know.
I know that they come that way.
It's not an ability that I have with a pencil sharpener.
I don't have the patience for that.
This is what she has the patience for. It's all used up for this.
It is. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I love it yet, but it doesn't matter. I will. Okay, now let's start dealing with this. Uh-oh. Missed one there.
Yeah, and we don't have a desk. Well, P has one area over on that other desk that, you know, for the clamp ones. You know, because those are pretty good.
Yeah, I used to have those. But see, what's cool about this is once you have your color down there, you can go over both of them because you're going to be changing both of them.
Yeah.
You want to get a little more aggressive with the color in certain areas, you certainly can. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool.
Oh, I remember that. Yes, Darcy. That's. I was trying to figure out what the conversation was there, but you know, when the teacher would have the pencil sharpener near the front, you know, the door of the classroom, and then that way, like when you sharpened your pencil, then you could go look out in the hallway and see what's going on. Yeah, I remember that. Now, were there any other things that we were supposed to show? I felt like there was. Are you gonna? Because you've got 12 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy moly. Okay, well, let's start with our, color markers. These are the Tombow ones that I was telling you about.
Do those have the plastic nib? I think they do.
Yeah. They're very nicely pointed, and you can get fine lines, but if you lay them down on their side, you can color a lot. But see what's happening there? Isn't that lovely?
And see, it really blends those two together.
It really does. Now I'm sad because I'm missing, and I guarantee you it's in Isabella's stash.
Oh, is it pink that you're missing?
I'm missing a blue.
Now, I love these, and I don't know if you want to mess with it. And you might even for your stuff that you got going on there. Yellow's over here in the bag. Here. I love these.
I don't love those. I don't want that color. That's ugly.
How do you know? You don't even know.
I looked at the outside.
It's. Tell you what, lady. Sometimes you're kind of.
I don't want that.
I need a little.
Well, I need some blue. Find me my blue Tombow that baby ran off with.
Well, that. That's some funny stuff right there. This is all I have, so I like these markers very much.
I don't like them because they're not permanent. I don't want it.
Well, here.
Yeah, but that's really fine.
It is.
That's permanent. I can't do that. That's permanent. They don't blend well.
Yeah, they can. If you use the lighter colors, you can. She's not as good as markers as I am.
I'm really liking the glowy points that are sticking up into this area here, and I think it's gonna.
It will also work with. She's just being a poop.
I've got a pink here.
These. I really like these, and they were super. The American Crafts blendable markers. Here. These work really nicely. And they blend with the colored pencils very nicely.
Okay.
I love this like tan colored one. It's pretty fantastic to blend with. And then it even has like a blender like here. It's clear.
Okay.
Well, you just let me know which color you want and I'll pass it along. I got markers.
Okay.
I like markers.
Alright, do you see what's happening here? Went ahead and went with that dark purple down there at the very base because I thought that needed to go back into space anyway. So that worked out well.
Yes, you can blend with like glycerin and a blending serum. I think some people have even used like olive oil or something.
I wouldn't use oil with my paints.
You know, like you can put it on a Q-tip or something and just blend it in.
Now, oil pastels I do because they're already an oil base anyway.
Oh, bye, Trish. Thanks for hanging. Thanks, Judy.
Okay, I'm liking that.
Try to look at the tip of that. Can you show that in the technology?
What?
The tip of that.
Is that good?
Can you bring it down just a little bit? Thank you. There you go.
Yeah, these are pretty awesome. I like them.
Lynn uses Gamsol to blend her wax pencils.
What is this?
I don't know.
Now if I get some lines there that I don't like, I can come back in and I can blend those out with my yellow.
What is Gamsol?
Pardon?
We want to know what Gamsol is.
Oh, I don't know.
I tried to get her to do hers, but she was not really that interested. She told me that she would like me to do it. So I did.
What?
Do one of these. I tried to get her to do her own photo. Hey, Martha. Welcome to those of you that are coming in. Please say hello in the chat. We'd love to say hello back. We are kind of coming up here on the end, but that's no reason for us not to say hello. And please do give those thumbsy upsies. Very much appreciate that. So you just turn that to lime green. I could have given you the lime. Here, you want the...
I planned this all along, Mariah.
Okay.
I stated that from the beginning, that the blue, I wasn't worried about it because it was going to become lime green anyway. But I don't want all of them to be lime green.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little sad that you...
Just some of them.
Okay. Gamsel, odorless white spirits.
Odorless white spirits.
Oh, so kind of like, I mean, so what is that?
Spy pink.
Those are really stinky stuff. What am I trying to think of? You know, that you clean brushes with and stuff?
Oh, Murphy's?
No.
Oh, you mean like a solvent?
Yeah.
Turpentine.
Turpentine. That's the word I was thinking. Or the thing. But that stuff smells terrible. But maybe it's in the same boat, but it's odorless. Devin says this is looking wonderful.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, like a paint thinner. Thank you. We'll get there. That's funny, Heather. She likes the yellow. I noticed that with the other one.
Blends well.
It gives the and the glowy feel that you like. Oh, I like that idea, Sandra.
And then if I'm not liking how it's blending out, I can come back in with my colored pencils and really kind of feather it out a little bit more. Just like that.
Bye, Sharon.
Just like that.
Ah, Gamsel is less harmful to your health than the mineral spirits or turpentine.
Well, that's good to know because I never did like the smell of it anyway. It drove me crazy.
It's gross. Hi, Danielle. Thank you. Oh, she says use the artist quality, not the stuff from the home store.
Oh.
Good to know.
Good to know.
Oh, you can use airbrush thinners in fine spray bottle, apparently. That makes sense. Well, thanks, Carrie. He says this was fascinating. Thank you. Hey, you got quite a bit done.
I really did. And you can see how long it takes. It's just, it takes as long as it takes. And I don't have a purple in that either. I guess I do. Check this out, folks.
Oh, we might have to check into more of those Tombos. They're kind of pricey. I remember that.
And I think somebody gifted us ours.
No, those, remember, your sweet baby bought those for you one Christmas, and you were all like, poo-poo. Like, I don't need more markers. Like, you always, no such thing as too many markers.
Well, it's taken me a year to.
2 years.
Oh.
Yeah, we've had those a long time.
Well, I'm all about these Tombow things. I don't know. Y'all know about them?
A lot of people do. Yeah, I was kind of wondering about that too, Joan, with the sprays and airborne business. Oh, Janice Marie. Well, thank you. She said she learned a lot today. Fantastic. I'm glad you guys enjoyed this. It was a little different. But we wanted to, show a slow process of it. And then, like I said, tomorrow I will do the speed through of mine, which is more marker based. And then I will probably do the one for peas on Wednesday. Because I still haven't edited it. I'd forgotten how, editing video. It takes a bit of time. Okay, so, which Tombow are they? Not the double-ended. No, they are not. You want to hold that up and then we can say goodbye to everybody. Do you want to continue on with this on Tuesday, or are we going to do something else?
I'll probably tweak it.
A little?
And I might...
Do the face?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, these are... I don't know. One of the thing is sometimes you get stuff, and if you've got some other new stuff at the same time, you forget about the other stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I guess that's what's happened, but I like these. I like the blendability of them.
Both, Julie. I like all sorts of markers because they all come in handy for different things.
You just have to have the right marker for the right job. And I don't like the alcohol markers as much as Mariah does because they're fugitive.
That is true. And then the cheaper ones are very unpredictable on how long they are even going to last.
Well, and I just noticed I've got a spot in here that has nothing on it.
Should work that out. All right, guys. Once again, thanks again for hanging out with us and doodle bombing. Watch for that video tomorrow. I will have that up at some point in time. I'll post a link in Makers whenever I drop it so you guys can check it out. It's just a quick little 10-minute-er, I think, of the fast speed-through process of it all. No talky stuff. This was the talky.
No talky.
This is the talky. We shall see you back here on Tuesday, tweaking things a bit. We'll bring this back in and some other things, and then do come back, leave those comments. We are coming up very close to our 5,000 subscribers, so you need to come back, let us know what part you found informative or just liked, or thought was funny. That's always a good one too. Leave those timestamps in the comments. That'll get you entered into that 5,000 subscriber giveaway, which will be happening very soon. If you would like to hang out with us during the week, that is over in the Makers and Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. Those links are down below, or if you're watching the replay with the chat, a lot of those links have been dropped throughout the stream by Nightbot, prompted by our mods typically. All right, guys. Otherwise, we'll see you on Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.